That's the point of the, there's one simile, or there's one story, they compare the Buddha to the doctor, as a world doctor. The Buddha is a doctor in the sense that he knows the affliction of sentient beings. So, he discovered the Dhamma. The Dhamma is our medicine. Our disease is dukkha. Our disease is suffering. Regardless of what we're actually suffering from. Doesn't matter if we're suffering from feelings of rage, anger, negative feelings. Doesn't matter if it's physical disease, mental disease. Everything ends up in the mind. So, the Buddha described our medicine. The medicine is the Dhamma. We take the Dhamma, we take the medicine, we will overcome our affliction. Unfortunately, there are two types of patients. It's a good patient and a bad patient. A bad patient is someone who goes to the doctor. Doctor diagnoses the symptoms. You take this medicine and you will get better. He goes home, he doesn't take medicine. Then he complains about the doctor because he did not get over his disease. That's a bad patient. And there's a good patient. The doctor has correctly diagnosed my illness. Now I must take my medicine. Medicine could be practicing metta before you go to work, during work, after work, whatever. Then, this medicine is very good. I took it, now my symptoms are gone. My illness is gone. This is a good patient. And he also praises the doctor also. So you should not work yourself into believing that you have no time for developing these things. If we have time to get on the internet and scowl around in there, not really looking for anything, just seeing just new types of information, then you certainly have time to sit for a moment, just a moment. Maybe you can do it even before bedtime. You must realize there are so many other things because we don't have time that pertain to this topic, but have no time to tell you. For example, the benefits of practicing metta, there are 10 benefits. Anisansa, metta anisansa in Pali. If you practice this metta, you go to sleep happy, you wake up happy, you are beloved of non-human beings, such as Dobermans, you are beloved of human beings, and so on. And when you pass away, you will pass away and end up in a happy place. So all of these other things, this is the point that we must, we talk about Buddhism. Buddhism is just a name. It's just a name. Christianity is just a name. We must investigate these practices and what they actually mean, and that means you have to practice them. When you practice, you get the result. You are the one who feels the result. Of course, it takes energy. It takes energy to practice. Whenever we sit down in the full lotus, half lotus, whatever lotus, we get cramps, we get pain. People accuse the practice of being the instigator of our pain. It's not the instigator of the pain. Our mind is the one who has created these things through ignorance. This is the problem. So, of course, it will take energy, it will take effort. You must put effort into these practices if you want a result. So I suggest that, in Thailand, the traditional time for practicing metta is after we have sit in meditation, because at that time, the meditation is not, or the mind is not confused with all different types of feelings, all different types of input. It's very calm. That is the perfect time for developing these thoughts, for developing Brahma Viharas. And also there is another connotation of Brahma Vihara. In English it's called sublime abidings. Vihara means to live. Brahma is a type of heaven realm, according to cosmology. That's another topic if you wanted to talk about the different types of realms in Buddhist belief. But anyway, in these realms, they are not contaminated with any of the other negative things that are lower than them. So whenever we practice with Brahma Viharas, we're free. We're free from dosa, anger.
I think this is a good time for us to put this into practice. If we can have a period of about 15 minutes of sitting meditation, would you give us some instruction? I mean, then we have done what we call loving kindness meditation, or meditation. I think we can practice it for about 15 minutes. Actually, you can kill the time, but that's done. That's behind you. Does anyone need some information, instruction from him?
Well, I'll give you some anyway.
Okay.
So the Buddha taught he taught many different types of meditation. But there are two basic categories. The first is samatha, the second is vipassana. Samatha is meditation for the sake of calm. Vipassana is a meditation for the sake of insight, to see things as they truly are, not as what we want them to be, or as we perceive them to be. So today we would just do the samatha. So whenever you sit comfortably, we take one of the meditations. The most common is breathing in, breathing out, in Pali known as anapanasati. Whenever you breathe in long, you're aware. Whenever you breathe out long, you're aware. Unfortunately, you will lose your mind. The mind goes off into these various episodes, daytime drama episodes. That's okay. Whenever you notice that your mind has wandered or has drifted, you just simply bring it back to the nose, to the breathing in and breathing out. When it takes off again, you just bring it back. When you realize that it has drifted, you bring it back. And you'll notice that over a period of time, the mind in its unconcentrated form, it cannot really grasp anything subtle. So we have this magic triangle. It's the upper lip, includes the upper lip and the nostrils. So you may be able to feel something on your upper lip. But I've noticed that in my own practice, in the beginning I could not feel anything on the upper lip. But after several days of intensive meditation, it became very, very clear. So then after that, then we can move it just to the nostrils, breathing in and breathing out. So the mind becomes, when it becomes concentrated, it becomes very subtle. It can notice even the subtle things. So for the next few minutes, we will concentrate on the breath.